Welcome back to Mario Kart Super Circuit, everyone. It's time to play as one of the heavyweights. We're going with Donkey Kong. Plenty of speed and he can muscle people out of the way, but he does have the disadvantage of low acceleration and kind of awkward handling. So we have some beautiful effects going on for the Luigi Circuit. Now, Luigi Circuit is usually the beginner course, but in this case it's actually quite a well-designed track full of actual twists and turns. If you run into those puddles, you will wind up spinning out like you would if you'd hit a banana peel. And that'll teach Yoshi to get in my way. Oh, also, the hitbox for coins is really fiddly. As you can see, I was driving over most of them, but because I wasn't right in the center, I didn't pick them up. I do have a lot of complaints about the coin system. Namely that it only affects human players, for one thing. The AI can just go wherever it wants, they don't have to worry about coins. On the other hand, you will always lose coins if you run into the AI. Just touching them costs you 1 coin, and the AI knows this, and they'll try and ram into you to make you lose coins if you're in the middle of a pack. And that's gone badly. The coins do contribute towards your score, which is a pain in the backside. Also, the fact that DK's handling is going wild is a pain in the backside too. You can't make subtle adjustments. You've either got to commit to the turn really early, or you just fly off the track. There's no real in between. And there's a blue shell homing in on me by the sounds of it. But we've made it somehow. Interestingly, when the autopilot takes over, you just have the default raining effect. I do like how the rain changes that little bit to actually come at you when you're driving. Anyway, all that over, hopefully our troubles are behind us as we go up into Sky Garden. The Luigi blimp has followed us. And we can maneuver around a very beautiful looking track. Plenty of sharp turns and plenty of opportunity to risk falling off the edge when driving with the heavyweights, but I think we should be right. Much easier than some of the attempts I've had so far, but of course now that I've said that, there will be trouble. But it is a bit of an opportunity to relax. It has some really nice music, and it does honestly look fantastic. Can be a little tricky to get the coins sometimes, but it's actually going pretty well. I've always liked this one. It just seems like a lot of fun. It has a good shortcut you can take if you wind up getting a mushroom. Just ahead there, but I'm not going to worry about that. And an item block you can get. Just hit the brakes so I don't spin out. And somehow I managed to go right between those coins. That's annoying. Okay, very floaty drifting, but seems to have fairly tight handling otherwise. Oop. Don't drive off the edge, and we've got Bowser right in our tail, which I didn't realise. I'm mostly looking at the track. So, in all fairness, I can be slightly wayward sometimes, I will admit to that. But overall, we got through that pretty smoothly, and a chance to look at the background again. Now, on some occasions, the autopilot can get messed up a bit, depending on the track. We might see it a little later on. Anyway, the beautiful sunsets of Cheep Beach. Let's grab plenty of coins because it is a pretty good place for harvesting coins. And just enjoy a pretty leisurely cruise. You'll see a few Goonies around. They're the seagull-like enemies that have appeared in the Yoshi's Island games. This one, if you know what you're doing, can be very, very easy. It's a bit of a breather, and why is it that every time I try to say something's fairly easy or it's really enjoyable, this sort of thing happens? I'm trying not to complain about the handling too much. I swear. Quick demonstrate. I could really use some red shells given how far ahead Yoshi suddenly got. Jeez, it feels like Mario Kart 64. Sometimes in 64, if you didn't overtake the AI quickly enough, they'd shoot a quarter of the track ahead, and you couldn't even overtake them with lightning unless you got multiple lightning bolts. Alright, go! Yoshi's crashed into something completely unrelated. Let's hold on to that just in case we get trouble. Still tighten our tail, drop that. So it was just us and then daylight. Unbelievable. So yeah, worth noting, those booby trap shells won't work if the AI is right up your tailpipe. They'll go for the next person who comes along. But we've got the gorgeous sunset wilds with some beautiful shades of red, blue and purple, and the sun will gradually set as you go through the race. Very nice Western-inspired music. Don't take too many shortcuts. Make sure to grab plenty of coins and avoid the upcoming Shy Guy tents. They'll cling onto you and you will lose coins much like if you'd run into a boo. So we'll put that bit of shielding up. Can we line ourselves up to get a couple of coins? So far so good, and as you'll see, the sun is steadily setting. It's disappeared behind the horizon. And some of our shielding is gone. And the AI has planted a booby trap for us, but Bowser is going to get a taste of his own medicine. There's no point ramming him, really. Worth noting, the Shy Guy tents do respawn. A few more coins, swing out wider, and miss those. As you can see, subtle adjustments, very difficult to do for some reason. Which is kind of disappointing because for the most part this does actually go pretty smoothly. Swing around the turn, grab a few more coins and we'll get those shields up in due time. Got a pretty good lead, but if we go off a little bit we can probably expect the AI to snap back to where we are. Well, not too bad, all things considered. Thrown off course a little bit by that red shell, but things are generally pretty easy if you know what you're doing on these. Some of the tracks can be difficult, but mostly driving these tracks... How did I get a 3-star out of that? Seriously, I mean... Well, obviously, no wonder this is my favourite cup. I'm obviously decent at these. I can't say great because I'm honestly not that good at this game. But there we go. We've wrapped that up with what proved to be a fairly good display in the end. I mean, I don't think I drove well enough to get a 3-star ranking, but I will take it. I have driven somewhat better than that on other cups and not got the 3-star, but there you go. Just the vagaries of the ranking system. Anyway, we've been through some of my favourite tracks in the game. A very enjoyable cup that we managed to do well on despite a few mishaps. And things are wrapped up nicely. I will see you out on the track for more Mario Kart Super Circuit.